Hey guys, this is God of Politics. I'm going to a brand new video, but before we get started with this video, please like this video and subscribe to the channel. Also follow me on Twitter and join the Discord. Those are both linked down in the description. But in today's video, I'm going to be doing the next episode of my redistricting prediction series. And in today's episode, I'm doing the states of Montana and Maine, both states that start with the letter M, and both states that actually have a lot of similarities when you look at it in terms of politics. You can see that they both have a split Senate delegation. They've had both Democratic and Republican governors recently, and they have had interesting House races as well. And so I'm going to be doing my prediction for what the congressional districts will look like after this process. Now, again, there's only 2 districts in both of these states, so I thought that it didn't really warrant a full video for each one of them. So I'm combining them together because I think they're both interesting states, and it does make sense to put them together. So I want to look a little bit at the process for how it works in Maine. Now, many people are just saying, oh, Democrats are going to draw gerrymander and get rid of the Republican district in the north that was won by Donald Trump, but they can't really do that because you need 2/3 of the legislature to vote in favor of a map for it to pass. And Democrats, while they do have a majority in the legislature, do not have a 2/3 majority. And so there also is an advisory commission. Of course, the legislature can basically ignore what the advisory commission says, but I actually think that they may end up listening to it because they'll probably end up making a map that is similar to the current one. Maybe if there's gridlock, it ends up going to the state Supreme Court. It does say that for the state legislative plan. I'm not exactly sure how it works through congressional districts, but it does say here that state statute requires the congressional districts to be compact and contiguous. So it would be difficult to make a Democratic gerrymander anyway. I know there are ways you can do it. But overall, I think it's going to look similar to this. It's going to have a lot of the same counties that it does in the current one. So for the first district, it's going to take all of these counties along the coast here. So it needs 61,000 more people. As you can see here, this is the same counties, and then it'll probably stretch into the same county as it does in the current map. Now, I'm not going to split any precincts, but they will end up splitting precincts just for population deviation purposes. But I do want to see here if there are a lot of cities in this area. So I just want to make sure I know where the county line is. So probably going to put all of these towns in the district. It does take some red towns and it takes some blue towns to kind of balance it out here. Maine's first district is, of course, going to be the bluest district in the state out of the 2. And Maine's second district, I think, may get slightly closer, but it's not going to turn into a Democratic district. It'll probably take a bunch of these towns as well, and that's probably going to be it. I mean, it is really that simple. And so you can see here, using the composite numbers, it is D plus approximately 17.1 percentage points. Using the President 2016 numbers, however, it was D plus 14, and you can see that the rural areas are much more red. And when we fill it in for Maine's second district using the area that is currently represented by Jared Golden, it's going to make a map and a district that is quite solidly Republican. It is about R plus, almost R plus 10. It's R plus 9.2 actually, which is slightly closer than the current map. If we look at the current map, it is R plus 10.2 percentage points. This one's R plus 9.2 percentage points, so it is 1 point closer, and that probably would help Jared Golden, but overall, it's a compact map. The reason I didn't put this county into Androscoggin County into the second district is because Jared Golden from the second district lives in this county, and it wouldn't really make much sense to put him in the first district when they have the option of making it like it currently is, like this. And it would have too many people unless you wanted to, I'd say, put Knox County into the second district, which Republicans probably wouldn't agree to because it would just make the second district more Democratic. So overall, this is what I think that the Maine map will end up looking like. You can see it protects both incumbents, Shelley Pingree, who lives in North Haven, and Jared Golden, who lives in Lewiston. And it is generally quite a compact and quite a fair map, I would say. So good on Maine for actually having a fair map, at least based on my prediction. But now getting to Montana. Montana is another interesting state in regards to redistricting because it does say here that in the Montana Constitution, it says that no commissioner may be a public official in the commission that they do have. So there is currently one district, but they are going to 2 districts, and so they will, I assume, have a non-politician commission to draw the congressional districts that they usually have to draw to the state legislative districts. It says this commission comprises 5 members, a majority and minority leaders of each chamber of the state legislature select 1 member apiece. These 4 members then select a 5th to serve as the commission's chair. And so that may end up being a difficult thing. The Montana Supreme Court, I believe, does have a Democratic lean to it, or at least is a little bit close because of Steve Bullock being the governor. But it does say here the Montana Constitution requires that no commissioner be a public official. As I said, state statute requires that 2 of the first 4 commissioners must be selected from certain counties, roughly in the Montana Rockies to the west, which is, of course, going to be in this area. And then you have the eastern portion, which actually is much less populated. And you're going to see that when we draw this map here. But overall, it stresses compactness. That's what it stresses. Functional compactness through travel and transportation, communication, and geography. And so we're going to kind of show that on this map in the prediction, because it is going to be quite a fair map. I do think, of course, there's probably some tweaks I would make to it if I was making a fair map. But overall, I think that it is going to be quite a solid map. And so I do think that they're going to have a district that takes all of these eastern portions. Now, the current representative does live like somewhere out here in the east in one of these not really populated counties at all. So I'm not even going to mark where he lives, but he lives in one of those counties out there. And so they're going to put all of these counties into the district, I do believe. And you can see this is like half the state already, but it only has 300,000 people. It'll probably take these districts down here, these counties, I should say, which are more populated. It'll probably end up taking, to be honest, it may end up taking, maybe it doesn't take that county and it takes this county, but that does kind of split up the native areas. So you're going to have a scenario where it probably takes Cascade County, and I guess it'll just have to split up one of the counties that are in the first district there. So it'll take all these counties for the second district. And I know some people are going to be saying, oh, the western part's more competitive. Could it be competitive? Yes, in the composite numbers, it is competitive. But using President 2016 numbers, it's not really competitive, and it's probably not going to be competitive. Hillary Clinton lost this district by over 16 percentage points. Now, in theory, you could make a closer map if the second district takes this county and then the first district takes these counties. I could see this as a possibility, but then it becomes difficult. Maybe you do something like this, actually. I think this would actually be more of a compact map, and the compactness rating over here, it does give it a 50 compactness rating, which it could be better. I could see the scenario I had before, or I could see a scenario like this. It requires less of a county split here, only about 2,000 people, which we can probably get from this district, I suppose. Maybe if we just take these precincts, which are pretty large precincts, but maybe it goes like that. And overall, the map looks something like this. That kind of does sacrifice a little bit of compactness. So I think I might try to split up, not Helena the city, but just outside Helena. I might try to just put a couple precincts in the first district here. This kind of does split it up. I suppose we could put this district here, close enough. It's not really going to take in that town, and I might make some adjustments to this off camera, but overall, I do think that the map will look something like this, which overall is generally a fair map. It's about R plus 13 using President 2016 numbers. If we go to the 2018 Senate numbers, we can see here that John Tester won the second district and got very close in the first district, only losing it by just above 2 percentage points using the governor 2016 numbers. Steve Bullock got even closer to winning the first district, losing it by just 1,000 votes, approximately about 0.6 percentage points. But in 2016, of course, these are both very safe races. Attorney General, both even safer than they are in 2016. So overall, Republicans are going to win both of these districts in 2022 in all likelihood. And in 2022 in Maine, the Democrat, Jerry Gold in the north, probably will end up winning this district. And in the south, the Democrat will win there as well. So we're looking at probably out of these states, 2 Democrats and 2 Republicans. And for change, we're probably not going to have gerrymandered maps out of either of these states. Maybe there's a chance that Republicans try to gerrymander Montana a little bit, but overall, I don't see that happening as of now. and I think we're looking at quite a fair map. So thank you all for watching this video. Please like this video and subscribe to the channel. Also follow me on Twitter and join the Discord. Those are both linked down in the description. But again, guys, thank you all for watching this video, and I will see you guys later.